Hello Internet, I'm Mr. Bomb, and you guys just got some really big news from Japan. We just got a brand new Monster Hunter game that just got announced, and it's kind of really unreal, and I didn't know how I felt about it at first, and I really wanted to make a video, but I kind of held off on it, and good thing I did because things really just changed based on what I was just reading, not only from like articles like this, but other things I've seen online about this new game, which if you see the logo right here, yes, it is Monster Hunter Cross 2, basically. So if you guys know what Monster Hunter Cross was, it's basically Monster Hunter Generations for us in the West, which we're playing. This is Monster Hunter Double Cross. I have no idea what that's going to equate to when it comes over to the West, if it does, which I hope so. I really hope it does, because the reason that this is a very big and, I think, exciting and different form of including a new G rank into Monster Hunter, which traditionally is what they do. You check Monster Hunter games past, they always released a version that has low rank, maybe high rank, and then eventually they will work on a G rank version. Say they did that for, you know, practically every generation so far. They've done that. And what was different, and I thought was a good strategy for them to do for the 4th generation, because Japan plays games differently than America plays games, for example, or the West in general. And Japan would be content with, you know, getting Monster Hunter 4, playing Monster Hunter 4, and then getting Monster Hunter G, and they play that themselves. And then when Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate comes out, that is a worldwide release because it is the complete game. The West is much more content with playing and grinding through it that way, as opposed to, you know, playing one, starting over, playing it all over again to get a little bit farther, and then playing it all over again to get a little bit farther. So it's just a different mentality of playing games, and that always made me feel like that was the right choice to do with Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. And then there was something that came up that I was worried about when I saw that they were pulling this off with Monster Hunter Cross. Monster Hunter Cross was released, and obviously that came over to the West as Monster Hunter Generations, and now they are coming out with Monster Hunter Double Cross, which means this is an expansion game. Now, we have had expansion ones that were both released for us before. We have had Monster Hunter Tri, for example, just the most recent one, and Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate. Different games, but also very similar. Now, the idea that makes this perfect, exactly what I would have wanted out of this, is the thing is, people don't want to feel like they have to pay to play some more. I mean, like, sure, in the West, our accumulative of this is we have DLC, downloadable content, extra stuff that, you know, say the developers come out with, and you can download it to expand your game, and you can get more out of it. Monster Hunter, unfortunately, traditionally has not gone down that route, and instead, it's more like you paid to walk into the baseball park, and then you can go, like, so far, you can see the concessions and the shops and everything, it's kind of cool, but then, you know, you gotta pay more to actually get up near the field. Or, probably a better example, you pay to go into an amusement park, and after a while you realize these are all the kiddie rides, and you can't go up to the really, really, really big scary ones. You gotta pay some more to get in there, and by some more, I mean the same entry price, $40, to get in there, and then when you walk up to it, you teleport back to the entrance, and you have to go through all of the other rides again to get to the big ones at the end. So that's always been a little strange, but, and I keep trying to stress, but, they finally, freaking finally, came out with a perfect way to change this. This is, for the most part, kind of going to work like a DLC from the other Monster Hunter games. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to fly yet, but if we go down here, there is a feature that they are expressing here. I want to make sure that we talk about this. Another welcome feature, which is much suiting the fact that this is mainly a standalone expansion, which I don't even agree with that beginning of the half, because like I just said, every Monster Hunter game that has come after another new series number, like 2 and 3, they've all been expansions, but they made you start over. So that's not even a fair line. Is that you can also transfer data from Monster Hunter Cross to play the new content with your existing hunter and gear. Boom. Sold. That's what I needed. I needed to hear that. Now, I'm assuming that means your quests have been cleared already. Otherwise, you're going to start with, like, really great stuff, and you're gonna have to do all the beginning quests again, which in Monster Hunter Generations, as we know, there's a lot of those. And honestly, that's probably one of the biggest complaints I've got about that game so far, is there's so many silly little gathering quests as compared to other ones. But still, there's other things that are kind of quirky about it that I wish they could expand on. And really, honestly, that's what this is. This is them expanding on that game. So I am really excited to jump in and play some more Monster Hunter Generations and really see it expand. That is assuming that this gets taken over to the West and that transferring data will happen. If it does, that is the right call. That is what they need to do. How they're gonna expand that and sell that, I'm not entirely sure. I'm assuming it's going to be its own cartridge that way, and with that cartridge you can like maybe take it out, or like it notices in your 3DS that oh, I notice you have this data from Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, do you want to import it? Similar to, or not 4 Ultimate, I'm sorry, Generations. Similar to at the beginning of Generations, same thing kind of happened with 4 Ultimate. It gave you some extra DLC stuff. I don't know, like, I don't even remember what it was, but they just gave you some stuff in your item box when you started. Like, hey, thanks for playing this. I think they actually gave you the baby cat Tigrex costume and stuff like that. So, anyway, they have done that in the past. Maybe that's how they were experimenting with this, trying to make sure that they don't have to force players to keep regrinding everything out. And that was kind of a shame when that happened, you know. So there's a lot of really cool things in this that I want to talk about too. Obviously, there's this really freaking amazing monster on the cover of this image here. I don't want to show the trailer per se. I mean, you guys should go try and watch that yourselves. If anything, I'm going to research this right here and instead go to images so I can pull a few things up. There really isn't too much that you can find in terms of images right now, because obviously this just came out. Like the announcement trailer, so that's really all we've got. But just to like refresh my memory and talk about some of these things, for the most part, like you can see, the Fated 4 is in here. This is Monster Hunter Generations plus G rank. So some new things that we see in this image, as we've seen in the trailer, there is a new deviant form of Diablos, which sounds terrifying. I don't know if anything could be scarier than an Apex Diablos, but we'll find out. And then there is this thing, which is this beautiful, majestic death dragon that shoots flames out of the tips of its wings. That is just awesome. Probably, like, that's already like my new favorite monster, and I haven't even seen it fight yet. It's awesome. The way I've seen it like walk around, it's similar to a Nargacuga in terms of like how it walks, I think, but it's also a wyvern, flying wyvern. It's like, it's so cool. Anyway, aside from new monsters, there's obviously going to be a lot more. I'm really excited about that. There's also 2 new hunting styles that we have in the game. There's Brave and some other one. I'm not going to get into exactly how they work because I don't want to spend too much time on that. But there's going to be 2 new hunting styles. The felines, the palicos, no, we have nothing more for them. Prowlers. If you hunt as a prowler, you can now play as adept. No, not adept. No, it's aerial. No, and adept. I think you can play adept. I don't remember, but there's like 2 that you can play as the cat, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. So the cat can finally have those. That's a really good idea. Aside from that, I'm pretty sure there was a couple other things that they added, but for the most part, like, oh yes, I think we saw a couple screenshots of it. They're very tiny, as we see here, but we can see that we are going to get to go to new environments and fight new old monsters, if that makes sense. Monsters that were not in Generations that are from the past games. Say Barioth here was revealed to be showing up in it as well. And I might be a total idiot and Barioth is actually in Monster Hunter Generations. I don't think so, but we'll find out. I really love Barioth. He's one of my favorite monsters from Tri when I was playing that game. So I'm really glad to see him back as well. I am so excited for this. Honestly, I was really worried, and good thing I waited. This review, this quick reaction video that I was going to make was honestly going to be quite negative because I was so concerned about what's going to happen to the Monster Hunter fan base in the West when they are kind of treated... Honestly, I think what Monster Hunter has been doing in the past is kind of treating its own fans kind of like trash and milking them for more money. And this is totally bypassing that by allowing them to keep all of their efforts and continue to play. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, imagine you play through Monster Hunter Generations, you get up to the point where you're about to be in G rank, and something shows up on your screen that says, hey, pay $40 to keep playing. I mean, sure, you'd be pissed off, but to be fair, that's kind of what this one is doing, as opposed to, which is better, as opposed to it ending and then releasing a new game saying, hey, if you want to keep playing past that point, you need to buy this game instead, basically making your old game worthless, and you have to start over completely, paying all over again, making it brand new. So there was no point for you to play at all, other than to try out what was going on. So in that case, this is definitely a step in the right direction, I think. And I'm really, really excited to get into it. Honestly, it makes me really excited to keep playing my own copy of Generations. I've been trying to bust through it faster, honestly, I have. I'm sorry if it's been, I don't know, I mean, 2 episodes a week, and I try and get 2 quests in every episode. It's a lot still, you know, I'm really excited about it. But I also really, since I really care about this series, I don't want the franchise to make poor decisions, which is why I want, like, more people to enjoy the game and come to it. There are some changes that they're doing to the franchise in terms of like how gameplay goes across. You know, obviously Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, the way the gameplay goes is very different from Monster Hunter Generations. Monsters in general die a lot faster in Generations than they do in 4 Ultimate, and for the most part that's because the hunter is powered up so much that the monster is not giving, it doesn't have like enough HP to really deal with the hunter. And that's one quirk about it, and I really hope that G-Rank fixes that, because, oh, it should. It really should, because G-Rank kicks your butt. And honestly, as long as the game has a difficulty curve that is fair for the player, it starts easy. They should start easy. They really should, because you never know who's playing it. And it should start easy, and then it should get moderately difficult based on the player learning how to use their equipment and upgrade things and what they want to do to stop new threats. And then it should get very hard and very challenging and very rewarding to play. And that is this expansion, and you should all be very, very excited and very happy for this. At the very least, Japan is going to be getting this, and hopefully we will too. We're going to have my fingers crossed, double crossed, I guess, for this game to be coming to the West. And I really, really hope they're going to give us some sort of announcement as soon as this is released for them. We're probably going to get some sort of news for it coming for us as well. But either way, that is all we've got for this video. So thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more. And I will see you all in the next Monster Hunter Generations. See you!